Hello and welcome to episode 61 of the Youth Squad Legends series with Leyton Orient. This will probably be the penultimate episode as we go through the quarterfinals and the semi-finals of the Champions League. In front of us in the last 8 of the competition, the Champions League holders themselves, Atletico Madrid. To help out Atletico Madrid, they've got the left-back Happy Gilmore, the right winger Colin Churchill, and Xander Wilcox at holding midfield. You can see why Atleti do so well. Look at the overall of that team. Very impressive, very talented, a tasty quarter-final matchup. Would have been lovely to see this as the final itself, but these guys only beat Real Madrid by 1-0, so Real Madrid could also be really good. At the top level, it's not been difficult enough for us, but I have a sneaking suspicion that things are about to change. A back heel for Sosa. He's trying to get through with a step over. Oblak clears. Basically phases through Nantanina's body, and Sosa takes it earlier. Block on Panda! Oh, it's terrible, terrible mistake by Happy Gilmore there. And Amit Panda has profited from that. Right place at the right time, blocking the attempted clearance and going through Oblak's legs. Way to silence the home fans early. That was nice. A lovely tackle by Proctor. We've given Moise Keane a bit of an injury. Honestly surprised that he's still got such a high potential, to be honest. Ronnie Forrest appearing at right back. Allows Courtney Scott to get up a little bit. Pass aimed for Bobby Monk should have been going to Amit Panda, who had a tiny bit more space. Colombo just closing in quick. Forces Atletico Madrid to slow down their attack, but this is a massive opportunity played across, and João Felix will put it into essentially what was an empty net. Tembo really caught out there in no man's land. There's been a substitution up front. Moise Keane has not been able to shake off that injury. Is it Moise Keane? Answers down in the comment section. Oh, Madrid are playing really well now. Whoa, all right. All right, we do have a challenge. It's Xander Wilcox. I can almost hear the celebrations from the patron that added this guy to the save. A big turnaround. And now he's playing into the hands of Atletico Madrid. But yet again, the AI are just reckless. It was a very poor start, but now they're getting to grips with Leyton Orient. Flag's not going up. We'll have the corner kick. Probably the best that we could have wished for in that situation. And there's only one man to aim for from the corner kick. Oblak couldn't really reach the ball. Now this is what we expected most of the Premier League teams to do. Courtney Scott, I think, got the last touch on that because Tembo didn't try and grab it at all. And that is a throw-in. Bit of luck there for Leyton Orient. Gonna drop to Nantanina. Lovely shot. Oblak is flying around his net to keep this lead. Nantanina charging from the midfield. Can we find him? He's going to get shrugged off. There's a lot of strong players back there. Not as strong as Bobby Monk. What a save. I'll try and get a standing tackle. Got to be quicker on the standing tackles, lads. Or she get into this situation where João Felix has the time. We've got Godwin Orji on the ball, but that is half-time, so no more attacks. 2-1 Atletico Madrid after a really, really good start by Leyton Orient. The guys at the front are absolutely loving it. These Madrid players very comfortable with the ball. It's big by Tembo, but we can't get it out. That is Colombo with a bit more time. And there we go, finally. Nantanina always looks lined up for the long shot. Oh, it's really slow by Oblak recovering from that save, and Bobby Monk almost crept in. Another change. We've not made any changes yet, but Simeone has been very active. Churchill has been subbed off. Playing 1-2s. Oh, no, no, no. That is a big goal in terms of the tie. Martinelli has thundered it top corner. Usually start off strong on episodes, but we are really struggling here. We really do need the second goal just to ease the pressure. When we get to the home leg, 10 minutes to find it, and Zanza's struggled with the header. Back there is Courtney Scott, but he's under pressure immediately. Nantanina carries. But I think we're going backwards. Lowry will push this midfield up. Lowry being Spanish, I think, will have probably watched Atletico Madrid a lot of times during his youth, and that's Bobby Monk's big chance this game. And he's missed it wide. It's only 1 minute of added time. Atletico Madrid have had their way in this first leg. We start to get back on the front foot right at the end. So we know that they're not good at the start of matches and not good at the end. But that middle bit, and it was a large middle bit, was very, very good by Diego Simeone's men. They only had 7 shots, we had 9. Usually I'm very good at the start of an episode and then I drift off a little bit, and you usually see the bad performances late on. I need to give a good performance here. Way better than what we've just seen, or else we're out of the Champions League. Doesn't help when there's a Manchester City game in between. But we beat them 5-0! 5-0 against Manchester City. What can we make of this? These are huge calls that I'm making. Defenses look tired, so we have to look towards Dadashov to give us a big performance here. It's Scott Cleves, Sam Lewis, Courtney Scott. Of course, Courtney Scott will play. He's got great stamina levels. Might go Sabali Willems up front because Panda is worse for wear. Is our home advantage great enough to fix this? I mean, they've replaced Moise Keane with an 86 overall striker. This is just a wonderful, wonderful side. We have got it all to do. It's Leyton Orient against Atletico Madrid. And finally, the AI have showed up. And it could make for a very interesting end to this series. Oh, it's a poor pass. We just kept it in. Get the nerves out the system. Willems has to be massive today. We didn't really get much out of this defence with the 2 big lads, Monk and Panda. Oh, the slide tackle. Oh, it could have gone down. Bro, I'm not saying cheat, but genuinely cheat. Dadashov's got to get there. Little push. Maybe just about enough. It's big by Courtney Scott and an offside flag is raised. Can't really get near these guys. Well done, Dadashov. Well done. Ah! That's a terrible mistake. Sam Lewis. What a slide tackle. I mean, one more goal for Atletico Madrid and it's game over. And it feels that way in the defence. There's a lot of legs flying about. Just wait. Knew that defender was eventually going to come. We go back to Sabali, and that is top corner stuff. And the decision to run with smaller strikers pays off in that situation. A bit more nimble. Trying to find the space in the box. Martinelli has got the better of Courtney Scott on multiple occasions. I'm worrying about that a little bit. Guess he is offering us something going forward. João Felix talking about going forward. Here comes Tembo. It's massive by our goalkeeper. And it's half-time here at 1-0 Leyton Orient. We need to repeat that in the second half. Courtney Scott against Martinelli. This time, Jamaican right back has sorted it out. Here comes the engine. Ronnie Forrest has space on the wing. The only problem is that we can't really cross it in high, but we can cross it in low. Jesse Fraser arrives at the back post, and it's 2-0 Leyton Orient, 3-3 on aggregate, and exactly what we needed. This leg, exactly what we needed. Can we get even more before Bobby Monk is called upon? Ronnie Forrest is always going to win that ball. He might take the long shot. He might just slip it into Sabali. Nice feet. Oh, very nice feet. Willems! He scored! I knew that there was one more goal in Willems. Who Willems gets us ahead in the tie. Great decision made. The 2 smaller strikers finding holes where the bigger boys couldn't. Who Willems could have just about squeezed us in to the semi-finals of the Champions League against the current holders of the competition. And now look at the space that we've got just in front of their defence. It's Jean-Paul Sabali, denied by the flying Oblak. Good suggested substitution. Romeo Nanta. Nina has ran his course. Ruben Larrauri on. Or Atletico Madrid going to spring one more surprise. We're into the stoppage time. Scott, oh mate, Scott Cleves and Courtney Scott did so well. Guess who's blasted it home again? Gabriel Martinelli is a joke. I knew that it was too good to be true. 3-1 in Spain, 3-1 here. I don't know what's going on with Monk. I was expecting a bit more of an impact there. At least we can take Orgy off. It's going to have to be Panda. Willems pushed out wide, which means that we do have the big boys up front who didn't do well last time out, but we're just hoping now. We're hoping. João Felix has gone past Cleves. You are joking me. It's the first time I've seen a goal like that. It's definitely going to go down as a Cleves own goal. The deflection is massive. I don't even think this is going on target. He had no chance of hitting the back of the net without that deflection. I can't believe what I've just seen. Scott Cleves own goal. It's not. Surely it's a Scott Cleves own. How have they given that as a goal, but then Colombo's was an own goal when it was on target? Give it a rest now. What I'd do for another goal, to go out in that manner with that kind of goal conceded, would be incredibly cruel. You got 15 minutes, lads. Not giving up, bit of a heartbreak up. Sosa's down on the floor. It just seems like Bobby Monk has disappeared. That's Amit Panda's ball. We've not got enough time. Even if that went in, we've not got enough time. We've just got knocked out of the Champions League by Atletico Madrid. Every single time Martinelli got the ball, I felt exposed. Look at the state of the team that they've created at Atletico Madrid. I knew that there was going to be a sting in the tail eventually. After extra time, we're out of the Champions League. It looks so good. And weirdly, Bobby Monk was nullified. Amit Panda was nullified, barring the mistake. It was Willems and Sabali that did most of the damage. Something that I'm going to have to remember if we see Atletico Madrid again. But this thing is going on for another season. Tonight wasn't it. More shots again. Outshot, sometimes outplayed, but the result wasn't there for us. Shout out to Standard Liège, who just got knocked out by Everton at this stage as well. Let's get to the end of the Premier League season. Should be a trophy lift on the way. My goodness. So all the talent went to Atletico Madrid and maybe even Real Madrid. That's why the Premier League is so bad. Check on the table. It's 85 points over 38 games and another Premier League victory for Leyton Orient. This has stopped very prematurely. I thought we were going to go all the way, but it's an eye-opener. There's just a bit more to do. Congratulations to Wolves winning the Conference League. Let's have a look at the European winners. We already knew Wolves won the Conference League, and then we got Napoli as Europa League winners. Champions League, Inter Milan on penalties. So Atletico Madrid were not even in the final. They got beat quite convincingly by Inter, but we know that we can beat Inter, so what does that even show? Maybe we just weren't there at the races today. I felt like we were playing well, especially in that second leg. We just got blown away in a bit of a gut punch with that first goal that we conceded in extra time. It could have come from a way better situation that we would have accepted a lot more. That was festering all the way through the extra time period, and then we conceded another one. Well, it feels like I've just sat down to record this. We're not even an hour into recording, but we're gonna have to call it because that is the end of the season. I guess in some aspects, I'm kind of relieved because I knew that I hadn't made it like super easy for myself, and it looked that way through the Premier League. Finally, we get to see a proper challenger, and Atletico Madrid really did show us up. Winning the Champions League is going to feel a bit better overcoming those challenges. This has been Cutsy. Thank you ever so much for watching this episode of Youth Squad Legends. It carries on. Next episode is not going to be the final episode. We have to go back to the round of 16. That is a big eye-opener. We weren't good enough over the 2 legs. Big thanks to everybody on the right-hand side supporting me on Patreon. And if you want to as well, there's a link down in the description box. Any pledge is massively welcomed. I will see you next time. I think the right term here is shell-shocked. I am very much shell-shocked. Bye-bye.